Greetings. This is Brian Walko, Principal Geologist at Earth Extractions. We're going on a special prospecting trip today. We're heading up to the Central Mining District in Boulder County, Colorado, USA. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to go after an intermittent stream. Above it, we've got a pretty good indication that there's some rare earths. We're going to bring back some samples through gold panning, or possibly, if we have enough water, through a portable sluice box. And then we have a friend that's going to analyze us, and we're going to start narrowing down the drainage and go ahead and see if we can put a load claim on it. So some of the things that I did beforehand is a lot of extensive research on the BLM site LR2000. Make sure the area is not claimed. I also have a topographic map. I've got an old mining claim map that may help. GPS as a backup, but also this GPS contains Onyx's hunting map software that shows all the private property. Even though we'll be in the middle of the national forest, there's a good chance we could run across some private property, and we have to exercise caution or get permission there. Alright, here's some of the equipment we're going to bring today. We're not exactly sure. We're lucky down here. It's almost 65 degrees, and guarantee it could be in the 50s where we're headed. We have to cross the river, so we do have our waders and also my fly fishing boots. We can safely cross the river and then go ahead and change into our hiking boots and equipment. Standard safety stuff is whenever I head way back into the back country, I always wear a fluorescent vest just so we know where each other are. Of course, my old mining helmet, just because we're in a slot canyon. You never know what's going to be rolling off the side of the mountain. I do have my trusty rock hammer from way back in college days. And of course, my personal philosophy, and again it's up to you, is I carry a 357 Magnum with 12 extra loads in here. In my backpack, if we see any bear activity, this thing's going to be strapped onto the side. Again, never shoot anything, always give them a couple warning shots, and only if your life is threatened. Otherwise, you got to deal with a big hassle with the Fish and Game Department. Next is the equipment that we'll be bringing up on our prospecting trip. This is primarily a placer operation. Placer sampling, but there might be a chance we might see something along the side of the cliffs. So for portable, I have my Job folding sluice box. I hope we have enough water to make this thing work today. For classifying and getting us down to the black sand, I've got a 1/4 inch classifier and a nice green pan. Our objective is to bring as much black sand as possible out so we can get analyzed. If we do find things of interest, obviously we've got a cracking device. If we've got to go into the side of the mountain, got a 3-pound, 5-pound crack hammer, chisels, and of course when working the area, always wear safety glasses. And I prefer, when dealing with hammers and chisels, a pair of gloves so I don't break my hand open. And also something that really helps is a good set of knee pads when you're crawling around on the rocks. So with that, we're going to head up to the mountains, and next shot will be where we're going to disembark and start climbing up this special slot canyon. Alright, here we are. We're going to dry cross the river. It's a little bit lower, so forget the waders, it's just more gear to handle. Here's Dan going to make an attempt to cross it. We'll get a little wet, but since we're only going a ½ mile up, it's not bad. Alright, we're climbing up this gulch. A lot of poison ivy in the area. Got to exercise a little bit of caution. A lot of scrambling. That's why we decided to go light on the equipment. ½ mile to go through this stuff. This is about as rugged as it comes. This canyon or gulch was blown out about 2 years ago from massive flood. As you can see, there's debris everywhere. My theory is a lot of the gold was just basically blown right out of here, but the actual mines are still about 2 miles, 3 miles above us, so we're just hunting around to see if anything got trapped, or did it all get washed away downstream. Don't know. All I do know is it's going to be one heck of a climb to do another sample a half a mile up.
Ready?
Alright, we found the spot. Water level is definitely low, but we're going to go ahead and do a couple test buckets. Right now we're running it through a 1/4 inch classifier, digging into a sandbar that's kind of been trapped over, looks like a little natural flow. But this whole canyon here, as I pan, or I should call it gulch, it might be a little hard to see, was totally blown out in a flood 2 years ago. So, you know, it's hard to say. You know, this is an exploration. We'll see what type of color we come up with. We'll see what the assay comes out. But let's go ahead and see what we do. Dug a few shovelfuls of gravel. Now we're classifying it, washing out the fines from the course. A little bit of agitation always helps. Inspect it, make sure there's no nuggets in there. Okay. Home Depot makes great buckets for sluicing. And this is the middle of October. Theoretically, there should be snow on the ground right now. And also, we should be freezing our tails off. We would not be able to be doing this in boots and without rubber gloves. So that's the process. Gone through one set. Gonna do a couple more. See what we come up with. Alright, there's not enough water in this creek to run the sluice box, so we've improvised. We've got it propped up on a rock. We've got a good angle to it, and I'm running a manual high banker here. Just gradually pouring in the water, watching the ripples, clearing out nicely the first couple. Getting a little stuck at the bottom, so we do about one shovel load of pre-sorted gravel and about 3 or 4 bucket loads of water, and we'll do one more bucket. Let's see what we get. Alright, we're wrapping up I guess about 6 bucket loads. Again, exploratory trip, black sand. But the whole idea of this is, and there were definitely flecks of gold in there. I can't get this camera to zoom in better, but we're gonna get it chemically analyzed, and we'll report back in about probably a month. It'll take us, and by that time this place will be frozen solid. So we'll be back here in the spring. So long from the Central Mining District in beautiful Boulder County, People's Republic of Boulder, Colorado.